I think that's
Yeah.
that's what's so scary about it to me in America. And at the end of Greece's life cycle is like the even if you are the same amount of bad as a previous one, the problem is now worse. Previous administration, because it gets exponential. The more you spend on interest, the more you have to borrow to keep up to your normal payments. And then you're spending more on interest. And then eventually half your government budget's going to interest and you're borrowing at super high costs. And it just eats up your entire, economy. It's end of cycle stuff.
Here, I'm going to turn off presentation voice for a second.
Okay.
On this last point, and something that I had been thinking about a lot, is I think when people view policy through the dichotomy of right versus left, how money should be spent by the government on social programs, how it should benefit the average person, I think in a general sense, we could make strong arguments for why the government supporting people is really, really good, right? But regardless of where you stand on how that government money should be spent, in this situation in Greece, it didn't matter what the political or ideological direction of the country was if they didn't address the underlying mechanism of the debt growing. It doesn't matter what sort of political sheen you place on top of a system that is dependent on you borrowing money for it to function. Eventually, you have to take ownership of the debt. And I think another example I could think of was Venezuela, where socialist country, why can I not think of the word? It starts with an A.
Atrioc.
Fucking
Gavin Newsom. Argentina?
No, dictatorship. The word. Why can I not think of the word right now?
Authoritarian.
Don't cut that out. Socialist, but authoritarian.
Yeah.
But Venezuela was a very successful country in South America for large segments of time because they used the oil money that they collected from their nationalized oil company, spread it around the country, used it to benefit a bunch of social programs and, corrupt government officials, but they benefited the people along the way. And a lot of people were happy when that was happening. But all of that was dependent, whether you agree with the ideological aspect of spreading that money around, which I think in principle is a good thing, the underlying mechanism of it all being dependent on one commodity is bad.
There's a risk.
And whether or not you believe that there was foreign interference from other people that exacerbated the problem in the first place, CIA min jokes incoming. Whether you believe that or not, the idea that your whole fiscal policy rests on the value of one commodity is an issue no matter what. And the same thing goes here is the issue of your debt is an issue no matter what. You have to address it regardless of the political ideology